How many fights were in Texas public schools last year? I'm Charles Blaine, and this is Texas Tomorrow. Do you know how many fights took place in Texas public schools last year? Well, neither do I, but what we do know is how many have been reported to the Texas Education Agency and compiled in a list that they put out. And in the 2023-2024 school year, 54,300 fighting or mutual combat incidents were noted by the agency. Now, of course, not every fight is reported, so there's no way of knowing how much bigger that number really is, but we know that in addition to 54,000 fights, there were more than 1 million violations of local code of conduct, 34,700 incidents of kids using THC, 32,000 incidents of e-cigarette use, and 10,000 assaults of non-district employees. On the punishment side, there were 900,000 in-school suspensions and 400,000 out-of-school suspensions, and the stats just go on and on. Now, naturally, when you send kids to school, you expect it to be a safe place, and no school is going to be without fights. That's inevitable. But it seems that the frequency with which we're seeing the fights is growing. And I'm not just talking about the number of fights, but increasingly we have seen social media pages pop up that specialize in highlighting fights in schools. Kids submit their videos and these pages repost, boosting the kids and boosting the videos, not only serving as encouragement for others seeking the same level of attention, but generally contributing to a broad degradation of culture in school that promotes that type of behavior. This could be where the urge to ban cell phones during school hours could prove beneficial. Without the ability to record and post this kind of content, kids wouldn't have another outlet that encourages them to do it. The numbers we have are from the districts reporting to the TEA, but it doesn't include things that happen off campus that go unreported, or even things that happen on campus that go unreported. So the number that we're looking at is undoubtedly lower than the true number of incidents happening on our Texas public school campuses. But as we consider why this is happening, we can't ignore all of the other things, all of these other issues that happen on campuses as well. Like in recent years, the hundreds of teachers who have been accused or found guilty of sex crimes against students and other children, many of which my colleague Erin Anderson has reported on over the years, or the excessive spending in districts on wants instead of needs, or the Mesquite teacher that set up fight clubs in her classroom, or the Houston teacher who was recording OnlyFans in her classroom. These stories are too many to count, and we kind of just accept them and turn a blind eye until the next shocking story pops up on our TV. But we shouldn't. There's a reason most of our Texas districts have elected trustees who, in theory, should be accountable to the voters. If they're not vocal and active when it comes to cracking down on these things, then you should reevaluate who's speaking for you. Right now, during the legislative session, we're seeing trustees and administrators fight against school choice and ask for more money for public education. And they should really be asking what they're doing to address these issues in Texas public schools, and we should be holding them accountable to those answers. Thanks for tuning in to this week's episode of Texas Tomorrow. Please like, share, comment, and let us know if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you'd like us to talk about.